wee out of my bum.
Late night, sex, cheese, comedy, party, isolation, disease, anxiety, sex. Yeah, it's time for the Anna-Man. Late night cheese, sex, and isolation party. She's used all of her contacts from the theatre background who've all run out of money. Yeah, the party is started, it's extremely late. Are you ready to be sexy? Well, you'll have to wait, cause it's the Anna-Man show, and she's taking the stage with her showbiz friends and lots of cheese. She's got Stilton, Gorgonzola, Red Leicester, Parmesan, cheddar, Edam, mozzarella, Philadelphia. Yeah, it's time for the Anna-Man late night cheese, sex and isolation party. So all of the fans, please clap your hands and welcome to the stage, Anna-Man.
I am Anna-Man. Anna-Man is who I am. I am Anna-Man. Anna-Man is who I am. Hello, my darlings. Yes, it's Wonder Anna. That's right, Gay Dog 9, you little creep. Lovely to see you, my darlings. How are you, Gay Dog 9? I'm sorry. Oh, you can see, look at that magical broccoli in my mouth. Sue, Sue Clinch. Oh, sorry, it's really gone down the wrong hole now. That's fucked it. That's fucked it. Cut the show. Cut the show. Sue, my best friend, made dinner.
She said, Anna, I'll make dinner tonight. Don't worry, you do your show. Concentrate. Get your money in. I'll do dinner. Don't worry.
She's only just turned up with something which looks like she just killed it. She says it's fish. Let's have a look. I mean, it does look like fish, to be fair, but oh, fuck, Sue. Fucking hell, Sue. You've outdone yourself. It's delicious. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anna-Man's late night cheese sex, self-isolation, and space party. That's right, we're having a space party tonight. Or are we? Are we, in fact, going to Charlie Chaplin's dressing room? Are we going to the theatre? Or are we going to this Chinese man's face? No, we're going here. I think we'll start for the cheese and sex party. It's lovely to not see any of you. Where are we? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find what oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Doing this, Tom, has completely destroyed everything. I've got fish in my mouth, which tastes like death. Oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, fuck. It's all gone wrong, everyone, darling. How is everyone? Hello. Welcome to Anna-Man's cheese, sex, and self-isolation party. Yes, there is a comma after the cheese. Thank you very much. We do not indulge in cheese sex here. That is the Late Late Show, hosted by one Nick Mohammed. By the way, when I already did that joke last week, a few people asked, darling Anna, a few people tweeted me, Anna, how is it that you do a comma in acting? We know how to do it in reading. You just go like this. But how do we do it in acting? Well, it's very simple. When you're acting on the stage, to show a comma, you go like this. Fa-cha! So, for example, you go cheese, fa-cha! Sex, and self-isolation party. It's amazing how few people know that. I'm also surprised by a lot of the young actors and actresses who don't understand gestures. Gestures are vitally important on the stage. Cup of tea, yeah? Phone call, hello? You see, there was no one there. I know all of you were thinking, oh, who's she talking to? She's meant to be doing the show. No, it was just a hand gesture. Tea, phone call, cigarette, and crocodile. My cup of tea was particularly loved throughout the showbiz world when we still had things like theatres. Do you remember? Fuck, it's only been 5 weeks. So what you would do is you drink like that, and people go, "Fuck, Anna, I love the bit in your show where you were drinking tea," and I go, "Darling, there was nothing there." And they go, "Fuck off," and I go, "No, honestly, look," and they go, "Shit," you know. But honestly, come on, have some now, have some, try it. You see, there was nothing there, but you were trying it. I loved having cups of tea. I used to do it whenever other actors were talking, because I got really bored when they were talking. You know, I hate it when other actors are talking. I like to talk, and I don't like ideally, no other sound throughout the whole play other than me talking. So what I would do was drink a cup of tea, you know, and I was doing it, and John Smellsy, my second husband, he got very angry when we were doing Hamlet. I was playing Gertrude, and he said, "Anna, you must stop drinking tea throughout the show." And I said, "But it's so boring, John, when I'm not talking." He said, "Yes, but you're doing it after you're meant to have died." Anyway, welcome to the party. I hope some of you have got your cheese with you and some of you are actually having sex. And if you want to do either during the show, then please don't hesitate to let us know. I love to find out what my fans are up to. Now, if you're watching it on Twitch, you can see the stream coming up there. Thank you. Oh, everyone's having a chat. Hi, Anna. You are so lovely. Thank you. Oh, and that's from Monsamir_21. A round of applause for her. She came in because of Mae Martin. Is that right, Monsamir? You came in because of Mae Martin and you stayed for the Anna. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Mile is still suggesting that I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm just fucking bored. Where are we to go now? Right, let's just, when I look angry, I'm actually just trying to find things on my laptop. By the way, got a new charger. Don't know if that interests anyone, but I've got one. Plus a light, plus a green screen. It's really taking off. Fuck you, Brian Logan of The Guardian. Fuck you. Low wattage material indeed. I bet he didn't tip either. If you do want to tip, just press the button that says tip. It's best to watch this on Twitch. I probably haven't explained that very well, but please just tip. You know how to do it. And if you're pretending, Helen and Paul, if you're watching this, my neighbours downstairs, if you're going to pretend again that you couldn't find the tip button, I'm sorry, but you are lying. We all know you're lying. Anyway, they offered to give me some eggs instead. I said, "No, darling, I want hard cash. You can't eat eggs." So, Sue, come on. Let's try a piece of this potato, Sue. See how you got on with that, shall we? Shouldn't have been too hard. Oh, delicious. Hello to my rowdy rockers, my putrid punks, my titillating teddy boys. Whatever era it is you revel in, good luck to ya. This is the time, darlings. That's what I want to say to all of you. Many of you are obviously failed actors or just people who never really did anything other than, I don't know, IT or that sort of thing. And now I do it, in my own way. But what I say to you all at home, stressing your heads out, trying to stick to routines, trying to do things like sleep and eat, do fuck all that. Just live the fantasy. This is your chance, right? This is your chance to indulge in whatever you've always wanted to be, because nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares what you cut your hair, however you like it. Cut it like a question mark. Cut it so it just looks like one big hair. Do whatever you want. We're all living in our tiny pods, just being whoever we want to be. Perhaps you want to pretend you're living in ancient Greece, high on the fumes of fantasy, fornicating like Dionysus himself has lent you his sex harness. Whatever role play you want to be. The other day, Sue Clinch and I spent the entire day pretending we were working in a mushy peas factory. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Because we could. Because no one cares. Fuck it. We just pretend. What you do is you order 1,000 tins of mushy peas from Asda, which is quite hard because you can only get 3 on deliveries now. They only let you have 3 of one thing. But luckily, I managed to sweet talk the laptop, and we got 1,000 tins of mushy peas. You open them all, you pour all the peas into a tub, you mix it up, and then you just decant it into the cans while your friend stands behind you with a clipboard and a pen tutting. Fuck, it was fun. Finally, Sue could bear it no longer. She revolts, pouring the teas over my head and nicks all my fags. It was so much fun. So I suggest you do it. What we're currently indulging in is 17th century France, which involves a lot of wigs, a little saucisson, and the odd beheading. Sue Clinch has rigged up a sort of guillotine and is gradually decapitating all of Mother's creepy doll collection. When Mother finds out, there'll be hell to pay. It'll be like Clash of the Titans, Medusa and the Kraken duking it out, and I can't wait. I may sell tickets. What do you think about that, Brian? Very low wattage material, Sue. Come on, let's try some of these greens. What have we got here? I mean, they're absolutely covered in something. I don't know what it is. It's probably from the store cupboard, we hope, but it could be from anywhere. Absolutely average. So, if you're wondering what's going on, darling, you've probably gone by now. But if you don't enjoy this, and you're not sure what's happening, well, who the fuck am I? I'm Anna Mann, actress, singer, landscape gardener for a while. I once resculpted a hedge in the shape of my own uterus. Incredible design. I was proud. The customer apoplectic. Fuck it. If you want an ordinary boring shape, then don't hire me to cut your hedge. And they didn't. I just turned up in the night and trimmed it, then asked for Tosh in the morning. My invoice is now 194 days old, plus 3 years, so I'm not happy. I've written to Equity, but they told me to nap off. Darling, that was way too many words to say with all that food in my mouth. You've got to try and stop this. So if you're wondering who I am, I, of course, appeared in the original opera, Napoleon's Parts, all about the true and bizarre search for Bonaparte's missing cock and balls. I was in the wonderful murder mystery programme, A Murder in Wiltshire. It was all about a murder. Every week there'd be a murder in Wiltshire. I played Old Lady Penelope Murderer, which I thought was a bit of a giveaway, but apparently the viewers are astronomically thick. Of course, I toured in the 3 women show Sphincter Stories, where we told bold and often hilarious tales of our arseholes. Of course, you may know me from that thing, you know, the thing where the guy falls into the and it turns into something or other, and then he has to have the big fight with Thingamy-Bob and falls in love with, you know the one I mean, Downton Abbey, that's the one. Oh my goodness, so is that the time? It's the 25th of April. Crikey, how the days and weeks blend into one when we're having so much fun cooped in here in our caravans of contagion combat. These are too many words, aren't they? Especially when I'm eating all this food. Should we all slow down and see what people think? What do we think so far, darlings? Too many words? Where are you? Fuck, I've lost you again. Is Brian Logan in the house? Anna's black snake is a private matter. I don't know what that means. Don't forget to tip. I came here for you, Anna. You are so fantastic. Fantastic? So fantastic. That was Monsemir_21. Thank you, darling. It's been a long year this week. Thank you, Comedy One. Chew more, this old kid. Chew more. I'm trying to chew more, but you can't chew and give this level of comedy perfection / low wattage material, if you believe Brian Logan of The Guardian. But I've got to eat because in order for the jokes run, basically, this is a bit of science. Jokes are created by food. You feed a joke. You don't write a joke, you feed it. The way jokes work is you pump the guy through full of I'm bored of this improvisation. I'm really bored of this improvisation. So tonight on the show, we have a round of applause for each of them as if we're actually somewhere fun. We have Shelf. Shelf, everyone, a round of applause for Shelf. Nick Helm. Fuck. Now we're talking, well, not that we're not talking with Shelf, but you know, fuck, it's such a minefield, this. It really is. They're fine. Honestly, they're fine. And who else? The devil himself, Pete Heat, is back. Fuck. Liam Greenjacket's more improv, you put, darling, that's Russian. More improv. You're the only one who's good at it. Yes, thank you. And of course, we may have a guest appearance from our old friend Nick Crippen. I don't know if any of you know him, but he might be popping in for a bit. I've got a horrible feeling the rest of the guys have fucked off. Nick Helms. Oh God, what Nick Helms got like a hatch. I think he's looking through a hatch in his wall. That's terrifying. Fuck, Shelf is still here. Is that a hatch? Oh, it's a window. Oh God, I think he's hating this so much he's put his head out of the window. Fuck. Well, don't forget to tip because he really does need the money right now because, all his shows are finished. God bless him. I mean, to be fair, I never had the shows, so, Tonight, I thought, how long do I have, Tom? How long do I have, Sue? Have I gone on too long? So 4 minutes. Is that 4 minutes or 4 hours? She just said 4. Anyway, tonight I thought we'd talk a bit about mental health. Why, Anna? Well, I think we're all going through this weird experience, aren't we? I had a bit of a moment this week, darling. Some of you are wondering, darling, where's your podcast and why aren't I listening to it? And it's because it's because I didn't do it. And the reason I didn't do it was because I had a weird moment where my entire body just shut down, bang, and a lot of Sue's too, just stopped working. And I think what it is, this thing called mental load. You know, you've got too much going on in your head, right? Too many thoughts in the noggin, and the noggin says, no, Gin, fuck off. It's hard to pin down where it started. I mean, I'm stuck in a flat with mother, my daughter Mahogany, awful. My daughter Lemon, lovely, but I mean, you know, an idiot. And my best friend Sue Clinch. Plus, there's a whole group of Romanian musicians I've invited to stay with me, which was an awful idea. Bless them. They are wonderful. Their music is to die for, but there's just not room. And that's not a comment on Brexit. They dropped me a message and I said, come on in. They're currently staying in the bath. And it's a tiny bath. It's barely a bidet. I genuinely don't know how they fit in there. Worst of all, I left the shower on all day and ruined their instruments, destroyed their livelihood. Then the icing on the cake, I get into an argument with mother again. I dare to mention I'm a fan of Keir Starmer's appearance as the leader of the opposition. Finally, we have an opposition. An awful argument ensues, full of conspiracy theorists, who finally mother settled on the idea that we should wipe out all politicians and be done with them. I said, but mother, who would run the country? She said, King Charles. I said, but he's not the king yet. She said, no, I mean the one from hundreds of years ago. I said, darling, he's dead. He's dead. She said, well, I think we're better off with an aristocracy. But mother, how would you be better off? I mean, for a start, you'd be dead yourself. Then there'd be no hospital, there'd be no pension, no bingo, no goggle box. You'll just be working from daybreak till nightfall in fields covered in shit. And she said, would we still get Mrs. Brown's boys? And I said, no, darling, none of that. Anyway, ultimately, I had a bit of a breakdown. So I thought I should bring back some of my classic thoughts from my show all about depression. Did anyone see my show about depression? Anyone? Aristocracies has been dead since forever, someone said. Well, good point. Would anyone like to tip some more money? That's just my thing. So, more money? More money? £5? Come on, more money. It's got desperate. Right, what would you like me to eat next? If someone gives me some more money, I'll try and eat some of this fish. Come on. Amazing tips so far, says Next Up Comedy. It really does help. Well, not enough, Next Up Comedy. Come on, do you want me to eat this or not? Come on. No bingle, no glow. I think nuts are required. She suddenly went northern. Yes, all right, this odd kid. You know I'm from Nottingham originally. I've tried to shake it off, but I can't, all right? More cheese, what's it? Money? Nothing. Nothing. I have crabs in my eyes. Yes, they're coming up. Roadkill. It is. It could be roadkill, Sue. But it's a fish. How did it get on the road? Maybe it was thrown from the water in a hurricane. It's been flapping around for years. Ripple of recognition for depression. Slow down, look out. Yes, it's all coming, darling. Eels. Eels, says Stephen and Ben. No eels, it's pure fish. Right, okay, I'm just going to eat it. Pay me if you want, but I did that for you for free. Anyway, I did my show all about depression. They told me not to do the show, right? You're too old, Anna. You don't know what you're talking about. Stick to what you're good at, sleeping and crying. This really is disgusting. Somebody's going to get hurt. It'll be Aliens the musical all over again. Little ripple of recognition, probably. No one in space can hear me scream, but boy, can they hear me sing. He's no good. You can't do this with fish in your mouth. You can't. Is this what you were hoping for? Oh, finally, someone's tipped. Thank you. Right, it's gone down. He's no good for you, says Mummy. No, there's a bit left. There's a bone. There's a big bone. Oh, that's vile. He's no good for you, says Mommy. Put a creature in your tummy. He's up to no good. He's got acid for blood, but I can't help it if I love him. Closed the first night. No, honestly, they're handing out P45 during the interval. That was before anyone had died. But no, I had to do my depression show. I had to, darlings. I had to do it for you, the little people, the teeny weeblies, the pibbly wibblies, them what can't speak for themselves. And for myself, of course, when I finally came to accept that I've been suffering a lifetime of depression, its pissy little sister anxiety, I went straight to the NHS. Surprise, surprise, we can't help you with that. Yes, they were a dentist, but still. They're actually very nice. They sent me in the right direction. I end up in a sort of therapy group. Well, within 10 minutes, I'm running the group. In 20 minutes, the therapist has retired, and in half an hour, I decided to put on a show about it. So I took the stories of the members of the group. I took all their stories. I didn't ask their permission. I couldn't be bothered. But I turned those stories into little vignettes, sketches, skits, what we used to call willy ticklers. Real stories, real people, real willers. Now, cards on the show shares long. Tonight, with my little show, I'm not going to be able to cure your depression, okay? I wanted to say that I could, but apparently I don't have that right legally, which is a real pain. So here we go. Now, darlings, have you ever been depressed? I have. It was fucking shit. The truth is, over 100% of people, that's 1 in 1 people, will at some point suffer depression. To put it another way, that's 1 person out of every person in your house. My advice is simple. Slow down, look out! A lot of people say that makes them feel more anxious, but perhaps you'll understand when we get to the end. And of course, there's so many myths about depression out there, aren't there? You know, let's think of a few. I heard depression started with monkeys. Is that right or wrong, chaps? Right or wrong? Wrong, thank you. You can't get depression standing up. Is that right or wrong? What do we say on the Twitch stream? Right or wrong? Bats, says Gaydog9. No, darling, bless you. You all right? Anyone? Wrong. Thank you, Beatles Cow 25. Depression is used as an energy source in China. Anyone? Is that right or wrong? Wrong, actually, although, you know, probably, to be fair, they can be a tough bunch. As I learned by peril when I toured Chairman Mao the musical. Anyone? Chairman Mao, won't you give me a smile? Won't you give me a look? Stick me in a little red book. Chairman Mao, Chairman Wow, Chairman now. Different sense of humor over there. Honestly, that review nearly killed me. Now, Frey Mal has just said, is Kim Jong dead? Sue came up with this earlier.
So, Anna, so Kim Jong-un's dead. What are you going to do?
I said, well, nothing. I don't know him.
But we've got to do something about it.
Kim Jong the witch is dead. The Red Star made it. Do we know, is this true? Did Kim Jong-un die? Marmayal just says dead. Dead. Gone. Dead. Fuck him. He was alive. He may have been a bad one, but he was a human. If you're on a peace seat, no. Yeah, he could be. Well, yes, he could be. He could not be. That could be the same for anyone. It's a rumor. Nobody knows. Well, I thought if anyone knew, it would be you, Histor_Crow. 5G did it. Yes, all right. Very clever. Un's fine. All right. Apparently, Un's fine. Such a shame. He's a bad one. Yes, he is. Was dead for a bit. Back now. Okay, thank you, Odd Jock. Now, a lot of people think depression's like this. Oh, shit, I'm so depressed. I can't be bothered, man. But the truth is, it can come in all sorts of forms. It can be like this. Oh my God, there are crabs! Crabs in my eyes! Let's get something straight. Depression is a real illness, just like any other. That's a fact, okay? I heard it, or I read it, or I made it up. But the point is, it's a fact. If you stub your toe, you go straight to the hospital, right? I know I do. That's what they're there for. But if you stub your mind, you're meant to just carry on pretending everything's okay. Well, I'm not very good at pretending. Actually, don't tell people that. I'm an actress. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. Anna, how does someone as beautiful, as wonderful, as intelligent as you, with a huge, gaping age range, how did you get so sad? Well, I think things probably started to go wrong for me with my complete mental breakdown whilst playing Lady M at the Tittery Woppit Chiswick. The play was meant to be Othello. I think I just learnt too many lines. You know, there was no more room up here, no room in the noggin. I started to forget basic words. Once I called a glass a long bow. Yes, I'm aware I've said that every show. The point is, whoever ye may be ye, I don't know, the president of Africa, you never know when life is just going to turn round and bite you on the minge. Well, we'll be returning to that theme later on. I think I've said 27 minutes of talk. Fuck. How are we doing on the money front? If you still have any money? Oh, great. Gary of 2Rs just said, just unwell. Very good, Gary of 2Rs. Quite frankly, better than anything. Oh, fuck, Bob Fossil's here. Shit. I got depressed today when the kebab shop forgot to put garlic sauce on my shish pita. Bob Fossil, you come out with a lot of stuff, but I've got to be honest, have some fucking perspective. The entire world is in lockdown, Bob, right? The entire world is in lockdown, Bob Fossil 27. You're depressed because I know it's relative. I know it's subjective for everyone, but come on, Bob Fossil. Everyone, it's relative for everyone, but you don't count. That's all I'll say. I haven't been bitten on the minge in ages, said Holes_79. Oh, bless you, darling. Well, this is the time for fantasy this time. So maybe you could. Oh, someone said, poor Bob. All right, Bob, I'm joking. You know I love you. Fuck, it's such a minefield, this thing. But yes, you've got to, would you, Holes_79, would you like to be bitten on the minge? Is this the kind of thing you came for? Anyone? They've all gone quiet. Anyone? Would anyone like to be? This feels weird, doesn't it? Oh, someone tipped me £10. We'll leave it at that. Right, Bob Fossil, not really, actually, says Hole79. Took her a long time to think about that, Hole79. I love you. You're wonderful. Type faster. Is Anna flirting? No, it is not. I'm not going to bite anyone in the minge. We haven't, unfortunately, worked out how to do that through a laptop. Tom is working on it for next week. We may be able to do something. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything. Come back next week and we'll have that technology in place. Anyway, let's move on, darlings. Don't forget to tip. And don't forget to drink Abyss. This show is sponsored by Abyss. And you know what he brought me today? He brought me a keg, a whole keg, and I can't work out how to fucking open it. Sue tried to open it, just squirted all over Mother. Woke her up. She was in a fury. Fuck. Luckily, we just hit her and she went back to sleep. But do drink Abyss beer at Abyss Brewery. Now, it's time. Brian Logan of The Guardian is furious that we haven't brought on our first guest. Do you know what that fucker said? He said, Sue's angry. He said, finally, she brought on some guests. I mean, I've only been chatting for 27 minutes. Right. Please welcome our first guest. I'm going to change the mood. Oh, God, Nick's playing on his Game Boy. It's gone really bad. He is not happy. I'll tell you that for now. There we go. Right. Please welcome our first guest tonight. It's the wonderful Shelf.
Hey.
Hello, Shelf. Hello, Shelf.
Hey.
Can you hear me? What do you think of my room?
Beautiful.
My old friend. You like it? There's a one called Freddie Basden there. There he is, bless him. Pissed in that photo. Brought you to your Miranda Billington. That was actually after she died, they took that photo. She was good. And there's Silly Billy Crilly, bless him. Oh, God, he was actually... And it makes him look adult size, but of course, at that point, he was only about this big, bless him. Where's the jam? Where's the jam? How's your lockdown going?
Surprisingly well.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We're in lockdown together, just the two of us.
Wow. And you have a door each? That's lovely.
Door each.
Wow. And never the twain shall meet. Are you allowed past that table?
Yeah.
No, quite right, quite right. And so did you start the double act before lockdown?
Did.
You did. So it just happens that you were stuck together and then it began.
You had to live together to be a double act. We thought those were the rules.
Is that what they say nowadays?
Yeah, work-life balance.
Well, be careful. Yes, you can drive yourself up the wall. You really can. Be careful. Because it's like a marriage, but you do sketches.
Yeah.
You know? And the one thing nobody wants in a marriage is sketches.
It's so.
God knows. God knows I know. But you're getting on all right.
Yeah.
You're having fun together. You've got plenty of wine. And how's your mental health coping? You've got each other. That's good.
Yeah. You know what? Surprisingly well, I think. Again.
Really?
Yeah, I have a OCD, but actually, this is kind of a dream come true. Because it's like I was right.
There's very little to get dirty.
Yeah,
exactly.
Isn't there? You can keep.
Washing my hands.
What's that, my love?
I'm finally washing my hands, so Ruby's thrilled.
Well, yes, she's absolutely over the bloody moon. This is all you wanted. And do you have anything, Rachel?
No, if anything, I have too much serotonin.
Too much, so too bloody happy. Too
Very
bloody happy. Okay, we'll keep cleaning things, and the other one will be happy. Ruby, the other one. Fuck. It's the abyss, darlings. It's the abyss. I'm sorry, and it's the fish.
Yes.
Well, are you ready to do your bit so I can?
Yes, we are.
Please,
I will be listening. All right, my darlings. Well, see you all in a bit. I'll leave you with Shelf, and while I try and finish this bloody broccoli. All right, have fun. Love you guys. See you in a minute.
Oh, hi guys. Yeah, we are Shelf. I'm Rachel, and this is Ruby. And as we said, we are quarantined together, which is so much fun.
It is really nice. As we said, got a room each to hang out in, and this communal hallway for when we feel like spending time together.
Exactly. And yeah, tonight we thought we'd do something like a little bit fun, a little bit different. We done a couple of these kind of like virtual like comedy things, and we were like, oh, let's try something a bit different for this one. It's late night. And so we've transformed our little hallway into a wine tasting cornucopia.
Yeah, delicious. Come one, come all.
Please join us.
Yeah, we wanted to do a little wine tasting for you guys because as well as comedy, I also work in the wine industry because Daddy picked the two industries that will never fail, hospitality and live entertainment.
She is fine. She's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So basically Ruby got this like whole crate of like these wines here, got delivered to her by her work. And I was obviously like, wow, this is like a perfect up for me to see the professional side of Ruby that I never see on stage. So I was like, Ruby, could you like do a wine tasting with me where we like open all the wines and you tell me like how to taste them, what I'm like looking for in a wine, all that kind of stuff. And Ruby had some reservations.
Yeah, I mean, you see, if you open that many wines between just two people, it's like either you finish them, which is dangerous, or you don't, which is weak.
Yeah. And then we were invited to come and do this, and we were like, oh my god, perfect.
Yeah.
So perfect, because there are loads of people here.
Oh my god, there's like dozens.
Hundreds.
So we were like, it's the perfect idea. I can use my wine expertise. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
And I love to drink. And then disaster struck.
She did.
Yeah.
So about a month ago, I became ill with what some would call coronavirus.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of it, please, for the love of God, look it up, because there's like a lot going on and you really should know about it.
It's concerning that you haven't been told. But yeah, it was a while ago now. I'm all better. It's completely fine. It's gone. But one symptom has hung around, and I have not regained my senses of smell or taste.
Yeah, which it turns out are like super like important in a wine tasting / smelling, is what Ruby told me.
Yes.
And so at first we were like, maybe we should abandon this idea. And then we were like,
we just became so relatable. Like, so many people have the old Rona. And so many people can't taste or smell. So suddenly this can be a wine tasting for us all.
Super relatable. Also, because for a double act, I can be Ruby's eyes and ears, mouth and ears, nose and mouth.
Yes. Exactly. So you know what? Let's just crack on.
Let's do it. You guys, are you ready? There are comments up there. Are there any comments? Never fucking smell the wine. There you go.
Thanks, Bob. I will never again, I'm afraid.
She cannot. So there you go.
But yeah, if you guys got drinks, please taste along at home.
Yeah.
And if you happen to have a Soave, a Pinot Grigio Blush, and a Valpolicella, what a beautiful coincidence. Please taste along.
And if you have a vodka tonic, smell that too. Like that could have a floral bouquet.
Sure.
Yeah. Get your nose up in that. Lovely.
So let's get going.
Crack her open.
Yeah, let's start with a nice basic white, like myself.
Zing! You guys can take that one home.
Honestly, guys, they're just going to keep coming.
Use that word.
Yeah, I will also have a drink because though I can't taste the tastes, I can feel the effects.
I think we're all holding on to at this point. We are all clinging to that.
All right,
okay, let's do
take us
it.
away.
First thing, you taste.
You smell.
You smell.
Despite what Bob Fox
Damn you, Bob Fossil, we're smelling. Ooh.
You don't want to snort it usually, but
Okay, I'm not going to. I didn't want to say this earlier because I didn't want to dampen your spirits. Because as we said, mental health awareness. Didn't want to shake you.
my spirits were moist.
But what I will say is I smoked from the age of about 14 till like 21. And my taste buds and smell is like, I'd say bad. Like I mean, Bob Fossil's right. I can't smell a damn thing.
Well, you know what? The economy's crumbled, nothing's real, and nothing matters. Wine tasting is 90% bluster anyway, so just go right ahead.
You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, and just, say some stuff you think you might smell. Like, this is a white wine. What else is white? Snow.
I'm tasting pineapple.
Perfect.
Next wine.
Fantastic. So next up, we have a beautiful Pinot Grigio blush. She's a very pale pink rosé, and that means that she's good.
There you go. Another little fact for you guys. Go
Exactly.
pale. That makes you better.
Yep.
Better things for everyone.
There you
Top
go.
me up, sailor.
We'll taste for you.
Great. How are we doing? Mothers in Glasgow. Rocket fuel bog, beloved of single alky mothers in Glasgow. Oh no, we're fancy wines here because of old Ruby.
It's just like being able to read the audience's thoughts. Is this what y'all are? I love it.
Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Delicious. Tastes like proving you're a fancy lady who might be single.
I'm still getting pineapple.
That's worrying.
I don't know what that. Do you know what I think it is? I ate some pineapple before we did this. That is what that will be.
That will be.
Let me palate cleanse. There you go. That's what you need.
Many people use water to palate cleanse, but beer is also fine. At this point, this set is a drinking game, so please grab whatever you have near you at home and join on in.
See if you can match us. It's only 10 minutes, so we think it's safe.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, also,
That's the point.
Just if people have IDs, we should probably check that. If you could just send a picture of ID before you get involved.
Yeah,
in the drinking
either
game.
post your ID in the Twitch stream,
Comment.
or send to us at Shelf Comedy. And just also a picture of the front and the back of your bank card.
Whatever you can. Really. There's also a comment here that says, God, these ladies can take their drinks hot. And I like that. Here for that. Yeah, we are.
I wish I could hear the audience's thoughts all the time.
How much hot drink we could take down our lady folks.
Okay. So now we have a darker rosé, and I'll tell you what, if we could taste, we would probably taste a difference.
We sure would. This, trash wine. The other one, you're learning, we're getting drunk. Ready? Hit 'em. Ah, the sweet tang of misspent youth.
Yeah. You know what? If I'm learning anything, it's that being able to taste the wines actually just slows the tasting down. This is way faster. And you know what? I think I'm getting strawberries. I'm getting raspberries.
Ooh.
I'm getting the sense I could pair this with a light meal like charcuterie or perhaps tapas.
That sounds super correct.
I think that one actually might be true.
Yeah, that sounds really correct.
Yeah.
Let's get on. Another one!
Fantastic.
Onwards and upwards.
All right.
I realised I didn't set our timer, so I don't know how long we've done.
We got 3 minutes left.
I had one job. Oh, great.
You had one job, but I did it anyway, just to be sure. So next up, we got a full-bodied red.
Oh, we've got a comment here saying that rosé is just red and white wine mixed together.
You know, that is one of the 3 methods you can use to make rosé.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we really are learning on this. We really are. We're coming ahead. What have we got here, Ruby?
A full-bodied red.
Ooh, just how I like them.
Creepy.
What I will say is being in isolation has really brought out my misogyny.
Yeah.
I didn't expect. I didn't know. It turns out when there aren't men around, misogyny is way more fun. Who knew that was true?
You know, yeah. This is why Rachel's in quarantine. She's a dangerous lady in other ways.
Let's hit her. Boom. How's everyone else doing on their drinks? Are you drinking along?
Has it got legs, Rex Helltreader? Yes, she
And
does.
full body. See, more of my misogyny pals out on the internet. Who knew misogyny was online?
Delicious.
Yeah, still that pineapple's come back. Honestly, you eat one pineapple and I swear to God you taste
She'll
the
go
rest
with
of
it
your life.
forever. But you know what? That wine, delicious. I think tall, handsome. I think it's a beautiful.
Argentinian.
Yeah.
I'll take it. We have another one?
We actually do. We have another full-bodied red.
Full-bodied red. When we discussed doing this, we were like, oh, it'll be fine because it's just 10 minutes. Like, we won't get that drunk for 10 minutes. But it turns out when you're shotting wines and you're really pouring them quite large,
I'm a professional.
it actually goes straight to your head. Like, honestly, I could keep talking for, I won't, everyone, don't worry, especially Anna and Matt, but I could keep talking for hours. I've got to that level of wine drunk.
Don't worry, I'll
she's gonna have to
absorb
deal with
that for the rest of the
You'll
evening.
have to deal with it.
So this is our final one. It's actually our time to say.
Oh no!
I know.
We're just getting going.
But yeah, thanks so much for having us.
Let's bottom us up. Cheers, guys. Get another drink in ya. We're gonna try and finish all of these.
Oh god.
In the rest of this story time we're having right now. Zoom call. Well, live stream. I told you straight ahead. Honestly,
yeah.
Honestly,
just be assured that in the other acts that you're going to see will be somewhere in the background drinking shots of wine.
And we hope you drink along with us. Thanks very much, everyone. We've been Shelf. We hope you've enjoyed this.
Oh, that for Shelf, bless you. Well done, Shelf. That was wonderful fun. And well done for getting all that booze down your gullet. Are you going to keep drinking for a while? Is a gullet a thing, Sue? Sue's got 3. So, are you going to stick around for the end, Shelf? For the song at the end? I was hoping you'd go out of your doors individually at the end there, into sort of different world. Well, think on that. You've got a whole year till Edinburgh. If it even comes back ever, and I don't think it should. It was always rubbish. It's a fish gullet mullet. Very good, Roxmore. Not sure what you mean, but it sounds right. Someone says Anna's so pissed she can't sit up straight. Yes. Now, what were we saying? What were we saying, Sue? He's completely knocked me off. Oh, yes. So, Shelf, are you sticking around for the theme tune? Last week, we had an impromptu song of Russ Abbott's, songs of joy and tears of I am pissed, aren't I? Where is the cheese, Anna? Right. Anyway, let me finish this sentence and then I'll talk to you. Are you sticking around for the end? Any thoughts on what song we want? What an atmosphere. Okay, all right, this odd kid. I know you've been waiting a whole week for that. So we're going to sing Russ Abbott's What an Atmosphere. If you don't know it, Google it, listen to it, buy it, because he needs the money right now. And then we'll all have a good old sing song at the end. Black Lace, good one, Odd Jock. We'll do that next week. Did Sue spike the fish? It's very possible, Sue. She's gone. She's asleep. She's snoring. She's doing the complete works of Shakespeare again. Be or not to be, that is the question, But the thing I was going to say, come on, this Brian Logan would be furious if he could see this right now. He would be spinning in his grave. I should be dead. We're all dying. Bob Fossil said something. You said that. What was the other thing? Someone gave £5. At this point, I honestly don't know why. I don't know. Someone said something. Oh, where's the cheese? Where's the cheese, Anna? Well, the truth is I ate it. I did have a lovely pack of, what was it called? Extra Mature Cathedral City, £2.49, which I thought was a deal, but it stunk. It really stunk, but I had it all anyway. Anyway, now I'd like to, as I said earlier, I'm doing bits from my old show all about depression, where I met a lot of people in a therapy room. Before we bring on the incredible Nick Helm, there's another Nick coming your way. Here he comes. Now, I'm going to play a character now, right? Which may confuse you, but this is meant to be character comedy, and most of it's just me. Where are the characters, everyone asks? Well, I'm about to do a character now. Now, some of you might freak out, especially if you're of a sensitive nature, and go, fuck, where's Anna? I need Anna. It is me. I'm just wearing a pair of glasses, all right? That's how good I am. So this was one of the people from our therapy group. Let's meet him now, please. A little round of applause for Nick Crippen. Hello, my name's Nick Crippen. I'm a 57-year-old white male man. There are a few of us left. You might think there's not if you watch the BBC, but there you go. No. I am here to draw a line in the sand that says enough. Not literally, of course. Lines in the sand can't actually speak. It's a little joke. No. It has been said. It has been said. No. In all seriousness, I'm here as, I hope, your future Prime Minister, or at least local councillor. Now, after our previous councillor, Mr. Gordon Baker, or as I like to call him, Mr. Gordon Bennett, there's some truth to that rumour. After he was forced to resign for Googling boobs, I spied a Nick Crippen-shaped hole that I would very much like to fill. Thank you for giving me this chance to speak. Now, I'm just a normal bloke like you or me, okay? But over the last few years, I've seen my local community, if you can call it that, become a shambles where no one knows each other's name, and if they do, they probably don't know how to pronounce it. No. People don't know whether they're coming or going, right? You ask the average man on the street if he's coming or going, he'd probably tell you to naff off. I know I would. I hate being approached in the street. I don't have any change. I don't want new broadband, and I don't want to save the rainforest. They're in South America. Can we sort out the rainforest in Britain first, please? Oh, but as a 57-year-old white male man, I'm the man, I believe, to make a difference. Now, it's not all been plain sailing. How do you sail a plane anyway? No. Having my wife beside me throughout, no matter what, didn't help. She's not exactly what I'd call a kind person. She's not exactly what I call a person. No. I'd strangle her if I could. I'll get my hands around her pachydermal neck. That means elephant. Now, recently, I paid a visit to a little park near where I grew up, where I played as a child. Yes, I was one once. I know it's hard to tell looking at me now, but I had a very powerful moment of deja vu. And by the way, can we change that to an English word, please? I hate speaking French. It's a feat. Anyway, I was looking around this park, swings, slides, the tree where I used to kick for hours in uncontrollable rage. And I thought, hang on a minute, don't kick the tree. There's a pizza box right there, right? Just lying on the grass that some young thug had just dropped, okay? And I got really angry. It got me goat. And I said, no, Nicky, you don't have to kick the tree again. You're not a kid anymore. You're a 57-year-old white male man. Do something constructive. So I wrote a poem about it. Yeah. Now, I'm not George Bernard Shaw, all right? But I like to think that this is actually quite good, and we'll see what you think. Maybe you'll shed a tear. I'm walking on a patch of grass, right by where my Auntie Carol used to live. Yeah. It's a place where often I would sit, and chocolates the old man up the road would give me. There's a pizza box on the grass. It's dirty, stained, and foreign. I don't remember pizzas growing up, do you? Guess them days is gone, and they say a global world is better. Yeah, not so sure I agree with that. Pizzas are made by Italians, and many of them are fat. Mussolini, Pavarotti, the Go Compare man. Curry, Chinese, chewing gum. Where's it all come from? In my day, if you dropped a sweet, they'd kick me up the bum, and you'd thank them for it afterwards. It's all changed now, that patch of grass, where once I played for free, where old Mr. Malone would give chocolates just to sit up on his knee. It's just our little secret, he'd wink and say to me. What a character that old man was. Generous, the type you will not see again. Generous and tactile. Aware of such men, O England. A loyal friend to me, a constant pal. Always ready with a camera, as we played catch the old man's pole. Nick Crippen there, darlings. Let him fly away, darling, fly away. Oh, shake him off. Shake him off. Oh, God, bless him, darlings. I know he had a tough life. He discovered a lot during his therapy. And now I'm glad to say he's much happier living as a gay Asian woman in Crewe. Well, darlings, Nick Crippen there. Now, there's another Nick who's been staring at me pretty hard for some time. He's in his little bedroom all by himself. Shall we bring him on? Shall we? Please welcome Mr. Nick Helm. There he is, lovely Nick.
Hello, Anna.
He'll make you sick with his funny jokes. I love you, darling. How are you?
I'm all right. How are
How are
you?
you coping?
Fine.
Fine. You're doing all right. Just you there and your bits and your bobs.
Yeah, just me.
No one in there with you at all, Nick, right now. Is that right?
No.
No?
Yes.
Or
I'm all alone.
Do you mind? Well, how long you've been in all alone for 6 weeks?
Yes.
Oh, fuck, darling.
Oh no, 8
Fine.
weeks.
Hey, oh Christ! That
Mm.
just you wanted to self-impose a bit of sanctuary for a bit first.
I was just staying in before all this started, and then everyone else caught up with me, so it's fine.
How long into your lockdown were you before you realised there was a virus?
Well, I just heard Shelf talking about it, and I just Googled it, and I thought, oh right, okay, that's what all the fuss is about.
No, he's got no idea. He's got absolutely no idea. Bless you. Just be careful, all right. Luckily, you're not really going out. Are you people sending your stuff? You've got a window.
No.
Nothing. Oh,
No.
someone send Nick Helm something. Who have we got here? Who have we got? Gay Dog 9, can you send something to Nick Helm? Bob Fossil. Nick, I just wanted to flag you forgot to put your friend away. All right, Bob Fossil. Very clever. He's a knacker. He really is. He keeps pretending he owns a chip shop. So, you haven't shaved at all?
No.
Have you been
No.
keeping trim? It looks like you've done a bit of trimming.
No, none.
Anything on your hair?
Nothing in my hair.
Just let
Nothing in my beard.
Just let it all go.
Yeah,
What's your what are your pubic area?
What about my pubic area?
How's that doing? Is it all right?
It's
I just
all connected.
I worry it's all just hanging out. So what are you eating?
What am I eating? I've got cheese.
Cheese. Oh,
I've
lovely.
got cheese.
Oh, fuck, look
What?
at that. Look at that.
I made a little cheese plate.
A whole plate of cheese. What do you want to take me through it for a minute? Do you mind?
Well, I got some Saint Gur.
All right. Yep.
And I got some corner shop mild cheddar.
Ooh, how much? What? There was a price on that. What was it? 99p.
It was £1.99.
£1.99. I thought we had a real deal then. But go on.
No, it was quite pricey, really.
Yeah.
And I got the best one, which is I got some Cambozola.
Oh fuck! Look at that. That's not going to last the morning, is it?
Do you know what it was? It was half a wheel 2 days ago, and now it's that. My friend is a cook. She delivered something to me.
Oh right.
She delivered me this. She delivered me half a wheel of Cambozola, which is my favourite cheese.
Yes.
Cambozola is this is a little fact about cheese. Cambozola,
right.
It's like a blue brie, not a blueberry. It's like a blue brie, right? Yeah, but what it actually is it's a German cheese, which is a mix between Camembert and Gorgonzola.
So it's called Gorgonzola.
Cambozola.
Fuck.
It's delicious.
Got there in the end.
And she also
lovely. I mean, funnily enough, I know nothing about cheese. I've only ever eaten. I just thought it sounded like a good title. Wonderful. Yes, you can tell me more.
The other thing that she ordered, that she dropped off for me, was she dropped off a pork chop, but they'd trimmed all the fat off it, right? Which is the best bit. Right?
Yes, the fat.
So why bother, right? Why bother, right? So to apologise, what she did was she delivered also a piece of pork belly, right? Lovely thick bit of pork belly.
You're not going to survive this.
I'll cook the pork belly, right? But when I took it out of the wrapper, it had two nipples on it. And I phoned her up and I said, cause she's a cook, and I was just like,
and I just butt in, they were the pig's nipples.
The pig's nipples, yeah. I didn't just like rub it all over myself.
They just dropped off.
There were these just two little teats on this piece of pork belly, and it hit my gag reflexes, and I was just like, oh God, right? So I phoned her up and I was just like, what am I meant to do with this pork belly? It's got nipples on it, right? You know when you get like a pork scratching and it's got like a bit of a tattoo on it, and you're like, oh God, right? You can just about get over it. But it was this piece of pork belly. It had these two little nipples on it, right? And I was just like, "What do you do?" And she said, "Well, what you do?" They were all flattened down because of the packaging, right? At first, I thought it was a cyst, right? I was just, I know, right? I was like, I don't know really what to do about this, right? I said, "What do you do?" She says, "Well, what you do is you score it." So I gave it a 10 out of 10. She said, "You score it,
alone. Yeah.
right? And then you kind of like put a dry rub on it." No, what you do first is you put boiling water. You pour boiling water and vinegar over it, right? And when I did, the nipples became erect. Right?
Well, the rest of the pig wasn't there, was it? This was just.
No! So I scored the skin, right? And I put a dry rub on it and I started roasting it. And I said, "What happens to the nipples?" And she said, "Well, this is so disgusting. I wasn't going to say this, right?" So I scored the meat, right? And I said, "What do you do? What do you do? What happens to the nipples?" And she said, "Well, they just dissolve. They just sort of disappear." So I cooked the meat, and you put it at like quite a high temperature to get the skin crispy, and then you lower it down and you slow cook it, right? And whenever I get it out to sort of like turn it round, obviously pork belly has just got sort of like, it's like lasagna. It's got meat and then layers of fat and then meat and then fat and then meat and fat, right? And what happened was every time I turned it, the fat would spit out of the nipples. Right?
She's gone.
So I sat down, so I finished cooking it and I sat down and I started eating it. And then I just got closer. I was doing it sliver by sliver, getting close. And then when I got to the nipples, I was just like, I can't. I can't.
Were they like they were jetting the whole thing?
Yeah, it was just like spunking out fat out of the nipples, right? It was just fucking horrific, right? And so I was eating it. It was actually delicious, but I got to the nipples and I was like, they hadn't disappeared. And it was like one of the first times that I didn't want to put a nipple in my mouth. I was just like, fucking hell, this is absolutely. So I ended up fucking it.
The nipples. Little tit fat.
Yeah. I mean, it was fucking disgusting. So I haven't eaten the nipples.
Was there a devil on one shoulder saying, "Eat it, eat the nipple," and an angel saying no?
I felt like I put enough work into it and it was generous enough of my friend to just drop this out. But then I think there's a reason why she gave me the pork belly for free. It's got tits. It was fucking
no one wants that. No one wants that.
No, but then it's a real kind of like eye opener, isn't it? Because it does remind you that it was once a living beast.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
And so if you can't handle nipples, then you probably shouldn't be eating meat.
Well, can you? I get a pig and I just fucking grab it by the cheeks and I go, "I'm going to eat you, you fucker." Because otherwise, what are you doing? Otherwise, you're a coward. Live by what you're doing, But the nipples dissolve. That's what really got me.
They don't dissolve.
It's meant to dissolve. Was that just a prank on her part? Because I'm slightly worried someone might, if I get too hot, my nipples are gone.
No, I don't think that your nipples will ever disappear, Anna.
Well, if a pig's cat, I mean, a pig is very close to a human.
They don't disappear.
They're almost as intelligent. Some are more intelligent than Sue.
But what happens is the rest of the skin sort of crackles up. So it's sort of like blisters and stuff. I mean, right. So I think if you've had pork belly before, the odds are you've been eating pig's nipples. I mean, fucking hell.
I like that she just made up. They'll probably disappear.
Well, she sounded like an expert on it, but they didn't. But they just turned into like these two little hard nuggets. And I think they're probably like a delicacy. You just like give them a little, pop them in your mouth, give them a crunch. But no, I didn't eat them.
Have you ever deliberately eaten anything like that? An oxen ball or a anus or anything like that?
I've eaten anus.
You have eaten anus?
But not in a restaurant.
But not a cooked anus.
Never cooked. Always raw.
You always demand that first, don't you? When you hook up. So, just to warn you, I will be attempting to eat your anus later. Too much. It's too late. Shelf for Fury. Oh no, they're all right. They're laughing. The weirdest thing about having everyone on Zoom is that every now and again you clock them and they're sort of looking at their phones. You would think, guys, come on, and then you go, no, they're not the audience. It's fine. Someone said, "You dirty boy. You are a dirty boy."
I'm a dirty boy.
Is there anyone out there who would be interested in Nick eating their anus? This is a sex party after all. That's right. You know, there's no point.
I mean, that's what we're here for, isn't
we're
it?
Here for
Cheese
sex. And to
cheese
be honest,
and
we
sex.
never have any sex on this show. And it's, to be honest, oh, Nanonic puts hand up. Someone's put their hand up. You think that's bad? Try eating Greek dish Chef Talia. It's wrapped in pig's intestines. I eat it, though.
Lots of stuff. That's sausages. I mean, lots of stuff
sausages, you idiot.
Lots of stuff is wrapped in pig's intestines.
I think they've done a face with a mask on as well. I mean, put hands up where? Very good. I'm happy to take one for the team, says Aloise89. So someone's up to the elbow, they said. So, Nick, this could be tonight's the night.
Not eating any anus during the coronavirus.
What's that, darling?
I'm not eating anus during the coronavirus. There's a toilet paper shortage. I'm not going anywhere near them.
Dirtiest. This show never gets dirty. But
hi,
can it be spread through the anus and the mouth? Fuck.
You can spread an anus.
Horrible term. Do we know that?
You can spread an anus.
You can spread an anus. You can. And you will. Does anyone have anything they want to ask Nick while he's here? This is your big chance. I know some of you are big fans. Some of you are very, lukewarm towards it. I love this twisty dark world we've entered into. K-Peps with a Z. Never heard of you before. You've suddenly sparked up. If anyone's wondering what's going on here, Nick, boring question. Nick, do you like John Carpenter films? Oh, well, that's not I'm sorry. That's a good question, Beatles Gal 24. Oh, God, she's crying. Are you drinking Corona?
Yeah.
So you know this gag about no one buying Corona? That's not true, is it? Is that true?
I went on a shop to get a delivery because my local shop was closed, so I got a delivery, and the only beer that they sold was Corona. And they had deals on Corona where they were dirt cheap. Like you think about the real victims. It's the band Corona.
Yes, the song by Sharona.
And the beer Corona. People aren't drinking them. They're the real victims.
It's probably part of a consortium that also make Coca-Cola or something, though, isn't it? I'm sure they're fine. Who knows? Sure, okay. Right, Nick, we've got some questions. I want to hug Nick again when this is all over, says the broken sloth. Is she one of your victims?
They always come back, don't they?
Yeah, they do come back. Nick, what's the best thing you've ever found in the ashes of a bonfire?
my career. Fucking hell.
Is this where you thought it would end up?
No, but it will end.
Someone just said Richard Herring. It's not Richard Herring. Which Carpenter film would be a good musical? That's a good question. The Thing.
They're all good.
Or is it me, or is it just a thing I can't tell anymore? Is it him, or is it her, or is it just a thing I don't know anymore? One of us here is a thing. It could be her, or him, or him, or him. One of us here is a thing. It's not, or is it the dog? The dog. The dog. The dog. And then the whole back of the set opens up, and it's the dog's head. There we go. I hope someone was recording that. That was straight off the top of my noggin.
That was really good. And
anyone want to tip that? Anybody want to tip that? Nothing. How many times have you killed? Or have you killed many times? Have you killed many times is the question.
No, I've never killed any.
He's a comedian.
What do you mean? Like people?
Yeah, I think so. What do you mean, Norbert Robinson? Oh, no, sorry, 42nd the floor. What do you mean? All right, while he's thinking, will you ever do Bake Off?
Yeah, sure.
I think the answer is we'll all do anything at this point, isn't it?
Yeah,
From his bedroom.
I'll turn up to where they film it, and I'll just start joining in and cooking. That's what I'll do.
Right. Yep. Quite right. Do you ever make cakes? Have you ever made
I
one?
don't give a fuck about cakes.
No, they're silly, aren't they?
But you know, I don't know. I'm not really into baking.
No, it's boring.
I like cooking.
You like cooking. You like something to fry and spit at you.
Yeah, I
You
like
to slowly sit there baking. You want to see
Like
a penis, if you know what I mean by that.
volcanic nipples just spitting red hot lava, milky fat.
Did it lactate? Did it lactate? I hope it did.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Half of Shelf are loving this, and half of them are absolutely. No, she's back. Right. Where do babies come from? Says Gay Dog 9. Gay Dog 9, bless him. He's not well. He gives quite a lot of money to me every month, you know, and he upped it by £1 this week. Oh yes, we should mention that. Well done, Gay Dog 9. You upped it by £1. Well done. So where do babies come from, Nick?
Not an anus.
Not an anus. Not an anus?
No.
No.
Where do babies come from?
Well, they come from mother's
well,
vagina.
you know,
Occasionally there's the... No, it's not the stomach, is it, Sue? Will you do your Paul McCartney impression?
Oh. Well, it's not very good. Oh.
So I went to...
Can I do... Oh. Cool. Hi guys, Paul McCartney here. I mean, it's terrible.
It's great. No, that was good.
Oh yeah, hi guys. Cool. That's great.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah. No, that's cool. No, I remember. I went to see a lot of the times it was it was McCartney and Lennon, not Lennon and McCartney. You know, people forget that.
That went.
I remember I got a ticket to go and see Miss Congeniality, and I went to see it. And when it was printed out, it just said Miss Congene. You know, so a lot of the times when it says Lennon and McCartney, the McCartney gets cut off, and people forget that I contributed to those songs. So it's important to remember, although he's dead, I did do a lot of the heavy lifting in that band.
That was really good.
But that's a true thing that he said.
Yeah, he did. Oh, was that word for word what he said? Pretty much.
Literally, he's talking about his input into the Beatles and the Lennon-McCartney relationship, and he says that he bought a ticket to go see Miss Congeniality, and he said that the second half of the title of the film was cut off his ticket, and he was like going, and that's like the credits in music, you know. A lot of the times they don't bother with the second half. It just says Lennon. I remember I had to ask the John Lennon estate whether I could publish my own song, Blackbird. And I wrote that all by myself. He was livid. It's like, let it go.
You're becoming more and more like a middle-class character from a sort of 70s sitcom. I like that.
Yeah, all right. That's my performance.
No, I know. It's very good. It's very good. To be honest, I was happy to just watch you, and I just thought I should probably say something.
I just said Miss Con.
Here we go. It's good. Did he really say that?
It's unbelievable. Yeah. I bought a ticket to go to Miss Congeniality. I was by myself in New York, in the Big Apple.
The movie. They didn't do a musical, did they? This was the movie.
It was the movie.
Bothering him.
This was the movie. I was on my own on a rainy Sunday afternoon in New York, getting ready for a gig. I thought I'll lighten the load, right? Take my mind off the nerves. I went to see Miss Congeniality. They printed out the ticket, took one look at it. It says Miss Congene. I thought they cut off the end of the title of the film. And that made me think, actually, a lot of the time when there's credits for songs, it just says Lennon and Mac. Who's Mac? I am. You're having a Mac attack.
I like to think that he was saying that whole story during the film. To everyone's
I can't believe it. I missed half the film.
Yeah.
It's half the film and disbelief staring at my ticket.
Everyone he met
that
year, he told that story to.
Well, it was then that gave me the idea to write the album Flaming Pie.
Let's hope he never bumped into Sandra Bullock, because he's got a long old tale to tell her. Any more? He did say that. How much have you drunk tonight, Nick?
And
drunk
this
as me,
is
so-
this is my fourth Corona.
Fourth Corona. That's nothing to you, is it? That's a joke.
No, this is an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
This is an aperitif.
I'm on my second super fuzz and I'm fucked.
Is that nice?
No, it's awful, but they sponsor the show.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Attabis Brewery?
No, but I have now.
Yes. Nick, oh yes, last question. Do you know if Kim Jong-un is dead? What's your take?
He might be.
He might be. He might be. Very on the fence there, Nick. I'm surprised at you. I really am. Anyway, Nick, well, lovely to see you, darling. Take care.
Thank you for having me.
Coming to the end. That was really lovely. Well
Is this
done.
what this show is?
You pretty much.
Fucking hell. God bless you, Anna.
That's basically all it is. It's just sort of.
Oh, it's great.
People love it, honestly. There's at least 6 people who absolutely love it.
My only regret about doing the show is that I've done it now and that I won't be asked back.
Well, you could come back, but only for like that, and then you're gone.
Sure.
Pop up, and also it takes an hour of prep. But lovely fun. And you've done 3 online gigs now. One you hated, one you liked. Where does this happen? You can be honest.
This is right. This wasn't really a gig, was it? This is a chat to an old friend.
Oh yes, it was. It was. Are you willing to defer your fee?
No, not.
Oh, okay.
No fucking way.
No. I just, Oh, Sarah just tipped £10, so we'll spread that out between 100. That's loads.
Great.
All
Great.
right.
Lube doesn't by itself.
Brian Logan's review summed up in one sentence by Nick Helm. Fuck.
I mean, probably that.
What was the sentence? That is the sentence. All right. See you later, darling. Hang around for the end. We're nearly there. Watch the magic.
Sure.
See you later. Bye, Nick. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Brian Logan is back online, I think. Let's see if we can find him. Where is he? That was definitely Brian Logan who just said that. Someone said, I tipped £10 too. Lips. Yes, well done, darling. Well done. Does everyone want to say what they tipped and I'll say well done? Nah, fuck that shit. Did you enjoy seeing Nick Crippen, people? Was that fun? Not Nick Helm, because I can bring him back next week maybe, because, it saves me having to write new stuff. Brian Logan is not a fan of the new stuff. So, darlings, how do we beat depression is the answer. I know that's what you want to know. Well, I'm afraid the answer is running. It really is. I don't know if you know this. It's always running. Whoever you ask, whatever doctor you go to, doctor, help me, I feel terrible. I can't get out of bed. Have you tried running? Come on, just give me something. I've got crabs in my eyes. You could go running. Just give me a fucking pill, you cut. Give me a pill to make it go away. Or you could try running, maybe do a bit of yoga. So you do it, don't you, darlings? You try it out. You get up early, 11:30 or something. You go running, and it's tough. The next day, you try again. You run, and you do a bit of yoga, and you go on the beach, and you're a bit better now. You go back to bed. You drink a pint of gin. You wake up the next day. Boom, off we go. We're running up and down the beach. You meet some other people who are running to beat their depression. There's Roger and George, and you start a running club, don't you? And you enter the half marathon, and you win. Well, you finish almost. And that night you're with Roger and George and you're on the dance floor and you're doing a bit of yoga and you get off with Roger and George is really angry with you. He didn't even know he liked you. Anyway, next day, George puts something mean on social media. Roger's wife comes at you with a sort of shank. Luckily, 20 years of stage combat kick in. You break her arm. Next thing you know, you're hauled up in front of the judge, waiting to be seen. You do a bit of yoga. And then finally, you're barred from Luton. And then the next day you wake up and you go, oh, shall I go running? And then you think, nah, fuck that. So has this little show cured you of depression? No. That's not necessarily a bad thing. All of the group all agreed once we'd accepted we were ill, we were much better people for it. Now, I used to be a proper prick, cruel to my friends, mean to lovers, jealous to my peers. I remember once I nearly glassed Sue Clinch just for getting a Hovis ad. That's how much of a prick I was. But it's so hard for you, the little people. You're not like us, me and Nick and Shelf. You can't just get it out by performing. Daily, the info chimps throw their shit in your eyes. Buy this, don't buy that. Don't eat that, you'll get fat. Don't drink that, you'll become really small. Wear this, people will like you. Don't wear that, Anna, you look like a bee. Till finally you retreat into the attic room of your mind. You sit there, your brain buzzing like an angry hornet, till your brains melt and leak out of your ears. So my advice is simple. Slow down and look out. Now, look out for our next guest. If he's ready. Is he ready? Is he ready? I think so. Our next guest is probably, arguably, the most evil man who has ever lived. If he even has lived, or if he was just created like some kind of homunculi. Ladies and gentles, ladies, gentles, and whits. Fuck, Shelf have swapped around. Now, if that's not evil, I don't know what is. Shelf, can you just show them quick, Tom? No is the answer. He sort of went, don't know. So no. Shelf, but trust me on this, Shelf have literally swapped places, right? I don't know if that's this man's doing or not, but please welcome the devil himself, Pete Heat. Hello, Pete.
Hello.
Hello,
All
Pete.
right.
Hang on, I'm just doing the effects.
Okay, sorry.
There we are. That looks like the devil's room, doesn't it?
Hello.
Actually, it looks pretty much the same as the last one. Hello, Pete. How are you,
Hello.
darling?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yes, all right, thank you. Not bad. Nick
Good.
Helm was on. He was a bit rough.
I saw him.
He's not muted. Mute him, quick, Tom, or he'll kill us all. No, he was. He really gave his all. He really did. But we won't be paying for that. Shelf were on. They were great. They really were. Shelf did an actual thing. They didn't just sit there talking about meat. So, no. Pete, how are the children?
Oh, they're
Devil's own seed.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh God! Look, he's making. Pete is He actually made the back of the room turn green. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's not magic. I don't know what is. All right, Pete. What have you got for us this week?
Oh, what have we got? Do you want to say a couple of things? How long have we got? We got a few minutes.
We've got. I mean, we've got no time. Just do whatever you want.
All right.
No one's left. Pete. No one's left.
Do you have your phone with you, Anna?
Oh fuck.
Don't worry, we won't do that one if
I've
you
got
have.
a potato. No, I think I do.
Okay.
I do. I've got it, but I've only got 17%.
Okay, that should be enough.
This trick.
All right, Anna, first of all, go to my website, please, which is peteheat.co.uk. So go to
That is Dominic Cummings level spin.
so peteheat.co.uk. Go to that. Tell me when you're on that.
I'm on it.
Okay, and scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, and you will see. I'm bringing it up on my phone as well.
I'm not. I'm on peteheat.co.uk. Is Northern Peat and Moss Company.
That's my side project.
I once spelled Pete wrong.
That'd be why. Did you spell Pete like the Irish fuel source?
Yes, I did. There is a Northern Peat and Moss Company though, so you might want to look into that.
Yeah, I'm diversifying.
See what you can do to get rid of them because they do Google up before you do.
So you on it? Right. Scroll down to the bottom of that page, and you'll see a picture which looks like this of me holding a card. Can you see that?
Very cool. Yeah.
Sunglasses and everything. So I'm holding a card, but I'm facing it away from the camera. Anna, name any. Obviously, you can't see what the card is. Anna, name any card for me. First of all, what suit should we go with? Clubs, hearts, spades, or diamonds?
Oh, you just say clubs. I'm going to change it.
Okay.
Spades.
Spades. Okay, perfect. And what value? There's something of spades, but what?
King.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Look at the picture again, and look a bit closer this time. You see, I'm wearing sunglasses.
Oh!
Look at what's in the reflection of the sunglasses.
Yes.
Can you see that? I'm going to see if this is. Oh, hold on. This is something that basically. Yeah, you can't see. Go to the website yourselves. If you zoom in on the sunglasses, you'll see the reflection of the card. It's the king. It's the king of spades. peteheat.co.uk. There you go. That's an advert. Isn't it?
Has everyone found that? No.
No. Anyway, whatever.
How did you do that?
Magic.
There would be no point, would there? Bless you.
You want to see another one?
Yes, I do.
All right. Okay, we get some real cards involved this
God, he's
time.
making the whole room go green. Yes.
So we're going to do something with these. Okay. So all different.
Yes.
You can tell. Okay. Let's mix them up. And I'm going to sort of spread through the cards, and as they go by, Alan, can you just say stop as I sort of spread through? Can you see them all? Yeah. Say stop at some point.
Stop.
About there? Yeah. Happy?
Yes.
So it's up here on that card? Yeah.
That one.
Is that right there? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Look at that. Can you see it?
Well, sort of. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Remember that. Okay. So let's try this. I'm gonna mix them up. My wife just said something in the background, but she didn't tell me what the card was. You just have to take my word for that. I'm gonna. I don't know. That's glaring slightly, isn't it? Let me turn this light down. There we go.
Wouldn't that be disappointing?
No.
It was just your
There we
wife.
go. That's better. You can see that, right? I'm gonna take the top card. That's not yours, is it? No.
No. God.
Okay. So watch. If I just blow on that, that's going to change into your card first of all.
That's my card.
That's the card. So that's the first part. But let's do something else with that. In fact, by the way, before I do the next thing, I've got my cheese here.
Oh, thank God, little baby.
Baby barrel. Do you have any of this?
No. We've run out round here.
Okay, good. Well, this is the real stuff. Anyway, we're going to do something involving this and your card, right?
Yeah.
So let me put that down. So I'm going to mark the card basically by ripping it. So if I rip it like this, okay,
Yes.
so it's pretty distinctively marked. Watch the corner. Watch the corner. It's going to jump into the cheese. Watch.
No, it's not possible.
Watch. So the corner's gone. Would it be good if inside this baby bell there was the corner of that card? That would be good, right?
It would be. It would be evil.
Well, I can do better. I can do better. So watch the cheese. Watch. The cheese is going to disappear. It's going to go into, believe it or not, and this is actually true. I'm not making this up. It's going to go
come out my mouth. I'm genuinely quite scared.
Not going to do that, but it's going to go into your house. Anna, this is serious. Go to your fridge. Seriously. Look behind the ketchup. Seriously. Have a little look. I'll keep you busy while he's gone. She's gone, sorry. I'll just show you I'll just show off with the cards for a second. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, what have you got, Anna?
It's a baby bell.
I thought you said you didn't have any.
I didn't have any. I genuinely didn't have any. And it was behind my ketchup as well.
I know. Open it up.
Just seems like you're...
Hold it up a bit.
Okay.
Okay. Anything in the wrapper? No, just the cheese. Right. Open up the wax. Open up the wax. Okay. Lift it up when you do, so we can see. Hold it up a bit higher. Yeah.
Fair enough. This is horrible. He's entered my...
Hold it higher up. Hold it higher up. Hold it higher up.
There's something in there. That's all I'll say. See, annoyingly, I did want to eat some of this.
Hold it higher up. Yeah.
Fuck. It was in the baby bell. Now, I know some of you might... Sue is absolutely apoplectic. She's fucking lost it. She's smashing stuff up. And can I eat that, or is it evil?
It's real. Yeah, you can have it. Yes.
I don't know how that happened. I honestly don't know how that happened, viewers.
Yeah, it's too much, isn't it? I thought it was probably too much, but you did. Anna genuinely has no idea what's going on here.
No idea. I don't know how to convince you. Can I eat this though? Because I'm...
Yeah, you can eat that. Yeah.
Oh God, it tastes like sin. Wow, Pete, you've surpassed yourself. You really have.
Thank you.
Well done. I honestly don't know how he did that, because if you did come round my house and place it there earlier, you are wanted by the police. That is actually a criminal act now. That's where I guess magic really transcends into politics in a way.
Yeah.
Are you making a point? In some ways, you're sort of like those Republican crazies, aren't you? But with magic.
I tried to be.
Damn about lockdown.
Yeah, exactly. I sneak where I please.
You sneak wherever you please. You stuff baby bells in people's houses. That's probably riddled with corona.
It is. I made sure of it.
Fuck. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if you started this whole fucking thing, Pete. That's how you can make money out of Zoom.
Giggle. For a bloody
By the way,
giggle.
Pete, I believe Pete has done 16 Zooms today. Is that right?
That's right. How the hell did you know that?
That's
Yeah.
real work.
Oh yeah, I told you. That's how. Yeah.
Imagine doing what you did today, Nick, but 16 times in a row.
Yeah, I'm knackered. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Fuck, you must feel insane.
Yeah, I do.
Is that 8 hours?
Yeah, 16. You know, this is a good point for a plug, isn't it? I do
Yeah.
Zoom shows where you can
while I eat
call me
breast.
up and I do magic tricks through the computer at you. You should book me for one, probably. peteheat.co.uk, and you can have a little look at that photograph from earlier while you're there. There's the plug. Do
It's
it.
very good. And you can plug him, you can bring him into your house.
Yeah.
Although, based on tonight's evidence, you're doing that already without permission. Well, darlings, we've come to the end of the show. Shall we all say goodbye? I hope you enjoyed yourselves tonight, darlings. I feel that was possibly one of the bravest shows ever committed to television. Not television. You've still got time to tip. Tell your friends. Share. Listen to my podcast, Talking to Actors with Anna Mann. Sex now. Okay, yeah, here comes the sex. All right, is everyone ready? Now, we did speak to Next Up Comedy. They're actually quite, as you know, they've been moderating the fuck out of you. But we can have sex. Apparently, we only get a few seconds. So, ready to go?
Let's do it.
We'll start the klaxon now. Okay, and really go for it. Go! Right, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get, I'm afraid. I hope you enjoyed it. Someone just gave us £100. Oh, no, they cheered 100 times. Right. Well, darlings, shall we finish? What do we finish on? Modern Atmosphere. Should we do that, Tom? Please come back next week when I will hopefully have not had a complete physical breakdown and I will have prepared a lot more. Here we go. Does anyone know how Modern Atmosphere starts? We'll just jump into the chorus. Round of applause for all our guests. Shelf, the wonderful Shelf you can see of Changed Spaces. Is everyone there now? The incredible Nick Helm with his wonderful tits, the big tits. Pete Heat and his magic. Oh, everyone. Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party.
I love a party with a happy atmosphere.
So let me
take you there.
And I'll be dancing.
I'll be dancing in the cool night.
Oh, what an atmosphere. I love a party
with a happy atmosphere.
Yeah, I know.
Tried to end it suddenly there, but it went wrong. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week. Nobody die.
At least I don't wee out of my bum.